their titles or their appellations, you name it. And then maybe the liaison, the go-between person, supplies us with the information, and it's not like we're familiar with some of these people. And by the time we want to do the introduction, we omit one. You see the person will just, if maybe camera will just capture the person like this. The person will just squeeze face like this. What have I done? We have gone to the ridiculous level of calling people by their professional calling. Well, how else are we going to know what this person has achieved in life? Professor, doctor, bishop, MBA, chief, sir, NMA, MSc, BSc, PhD, MMF, all of them. Sir, Mrs. These are some titles people go by. And sometimes it's actually so long. Yes, I have seen the ones that are very long and I had to ask, sorry, you know this person personally, which of these titles, at least 3, is likely more important to this person? I want to use those. This is long. I mean, we can't sit here and I'm reeling all of these things out. And then there are people that cannot be bothered. I mean, I've had to interview somebody here on the radio one of these days, and I knew this person was an intellect. This person had titles that when you hear them, I mean, you're supposed to, like, oh my God, this person sabi book. The person chose to be referred to as just Mr. I found myself battling with that, so in between the conversations, I will use Mr., then I will use Doctor, then I'll use, and we're like, this person just wanted to be the simple man. This is not to say that it is not good to refer. I mean, it's not easy. If somebody is a sir, let the person be a sir. In fact, there's someone that is my father, like my father, that I see people refer to him as Mr. So and so. I'm like, what? Do you know what this person is? How dare you? I mean, this person is Sir Doctor or Doctor Sir. It's not a small boy. Calling him Mr. When I look at awards and I see that the people that gave him the awards, they go and put Mr. instead of Sir or Sir Doctor or Doctor. Just don't pay me in my body because, hey, but can't be bothered, right? It's me that is spending on the person's behalf. But you tell me, how much value do you place on the person's title or titles? Do you listen to someone's title and you're drawn to them and you want to listen to what they have to say? You want to be drawn to their personality. You want to read about them. You want to know more about them. Or you feel like titles are overrated. With or without them, you can't be bothered. All right? If someone is a Mr. So, why do I need to call you? I'm Emperor, Ambassador, Odogu, this one, that one. Like I said, there are people that will not respond or show interest in whatever is going on in the place if they are not addressed in a particular manner. But how do you view and value titles? 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 0306416. Again, 0809 0306416. So Victor, oh yeah, I think we're live. Hold on a second. We're live. We're live on X at Nigeria Info PH, and Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Victor from Mile 3. Hi Victor, how you doing today?
Hello.
Yes, Victor, talk to me.
Okay. Good afternoon. Hello.
Victor, I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Talking about titles, basically to no impact on me. Rather, I judge personalities based on what I hear from them and what they do. Nigerians, especially when we hear names and we can actually buy the titles.
Mm.
DFL, MON, PCS, MIT, or AIT, Nigeria Info, they are just answering names. Those names have little or no effect on me. If I go for an event and they are being mentioned, I just want to hear what is coming out from this person. The content of the individual is my utmost priority. They make little or no impact on me.
Port Harcourt, it's time for the biggest and most anticipated family-friendly comedy show of all time. It's Fifth Service with Mudiaga, Father's Day edition.
Oh my God, we don't show
Performances by Gordons, Kenny Black, Akbararo, K.O. Baba, MC Passion, MC Danfo, Dennis Prime, Akbanoko, GSN, Prof. Amani, and DJ Kelvin. Venue, Aztec Acom, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt. Date, Sunday, 16 June 2024. Time, 5 p.m. Gate fee, regular 7K, VIP 25K. Gold table 1 million naira and platinum table 2 million naira. Ticket outlets, All Market Square, Kada and Film House Cinemas. Get your tickets online at TellerAfricaTickets.com. This event is powered by Nuri, sponsored by Pro Life Foundation and LA Homes, supported by Feju Dam, Gary Ikutu and Partners, Engineer Gabi, Odibola Properties, Seymour Home Options, Golden Tulip Hotels, Tika's Kitchen, Wingside, Jay's Signature Hotel, Events by Genie and Almendra Fabrics and Wear. This event is brought to you by Moody Art World, Media Partners, Kuwa Zubia Info.
We are back. This is your number one talk station. Nigeria Info.
I want to sincerely apologize for that. Apologize to Victor. And of course, Muriel, I had to let you go so I don't keep you waiting. So Muriel, please, I would love for you to call back. I'm interested in your contribution to this particular conversation. We're still talking titles. How much value do you place on a person's title or titles? Is this something that it's important to you, or, you cannot be bothered? What's with all the titles? Calm down. Is there really a problem with titles? People aspire to have a big title, but is there a possibility that most titles sort of diminish creativity, prevent teamwork, and are obstacles to contributions as well? Does your title embody your unique ability? Or is just what it is? Titles. Nothing more. Nothing more. Zion from Jari. Welcome, Zion.
I am an African.
Okay.
I know my roots, I know my culture.
Mm-hmm.
And we value title. Titles are given not for children, not for criminals and armed robbers. Titles are exclusive to men of integrity, men with impeccable character, men who have achieved, men who have brought and who have conquered ground. Those are the people they give title. When you hear title like Oberago, you know what that means? When you hear title like the Kemowe One or Social Accord, you know what that means? The truth is this. These were what the community deems fit to offer you. They can't give you money. You are working, you brought in development to the community. You are doing business, you gave them hospital, you gave them light, you contributed your quota for the development of the community. You brought integrity to the community. Where you are working, they give you award, and because of it, they recognize the community. They give you title. They give you that substance as an appreciation for you to do more. And when you appear, they will echo that title to inform the generation and the next coming generation that, look, this is what this man did. We want people to do the same, even do better than him. That is why you give them the red cap. You give them the beads. Some of them on their cap will put feathers. Some of them will not allow them to wear self-out. They don't wear it. We give them walking stick. All these are an atonement for their achievements. Their good character. In their lineage, they have never stolen. He's the only son of that family who has brought joy. She's the only woman who represented them. These look at the reason titles were given. He passed his exams. He was working here. They never recorded any criminal case in his file. He was working in some place as a student. Whenever in your business place, in your market, you are a farmer, you farm well, your agricultural products are seen. Your goats are growing well in the community. Ground. The truth is this. In that age, you saw men who never stole. But look at this age now. Amroba go come, they will give them title.
People can buy these titles.
That is the problem. Because it's a generation that has lost. Most of these people who are giving these people titles, go and check their life. These are poor people now, hungry people. So just give them money, they give you title. Go to customary court here. I court and see cases from Paramount School that are there. Why do you think those things are there? Why should a Paramount School matter be in court? Because of money. Go to share money. This one, give them money, they will give you title. And you know here, when people committed crime, they give them amnesty. So they give them titles and so on. Criminal.
Sammy from Port Harcourt. Welcome, Sammy. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Yes, Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. From my perspective and experience in life, titles and the value of titles is relative and subjective to people and places.
People and places, okay?
Yes. For instance, the Mr., Mrs., or Madam that we call ourselves, these are borrowed from the Englishman. The chiefs, Eze, Igwe, and all that, all those titles are our local African titles. So if a person and a people and a place demand it, give it to them. When you go to Rome, behave like a Roman. But they need to. I will also concur with what you and the last speaker just said. These days, titles are supposed to be for honorable people, well-deserved. Okay? But these days, anyone can just buy it. The greed of money and the lust for money and materialism have cheapened the value of titles. So I feel you're wondering what is there in a title, quote unquote. That does not mean that I would not respect our African tradition. I give you two instances in life. One, I was emceeing a wedding, and they gave me these Ashebi boys and girls that were doing protocol. Came with a name. The guy was a professor, and they put doctor. And I kept on calling the guy's name. The guy was in the crowd, but he didn't come out. So the protocols came to tell me that, look, he's there. So they were wondering what was wrong. Then finally they came and said, he's a professor, call him professor. And then I called him and he came out. You know, well, I also see, I had a client, this guy is a billionaire, but he comes to his workplace, an Igbo guy, casually. He was even driving this old Audi. I was one of the persons that abused him respectfully before he bought a Jeep. This guy had shops, outlets, in industrial products in River Street, 2 Eastern States. But they will come in. But you know what that does? It hid who he was. And it can save you. I had a neighbor that was saved from armed robbery. He owned a supermarket. But because each time he went around his shop, he would follow his boys and work. He was looking simple. And he was smallish. So the days armed robbers came, they said, well, Oga, so Oga, get inside. And that was how he escaped. So there are some people who have gotten the wisdom of life to say, this thing is nothing. Let me not be overinflated, become a demigod. If you don't come in my title, you die or I kill somebody or something must touch ground. You know, so there are people like that. So, but give it to them. To your wise, give to those who want it, and those who are wise, they put it aside. I said, life is more important than that. You know, there are better things. So that's my own view.
Okay. I'm from the Ijoid language family. I'm from Nembe, by the way. And you know, sometimes I go home. I go to my hometown, Obolomabri, Masara Polo to be precise. And when you're having occasions, I hear things like chief. triple chief. And I'm like, no. What is the meaning of chief? They say it's the number of chieftaincy the person has. So you have to put chief or triple chief. And sometimes I am drawn because I expect someone that has been given 3 chieftaincy titles to appear, behave, and carry themselves in a particular manner. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, most times I am totally disappointed. Now, those are for traditional titles. What about academic titles? You see, before now, when someone says, I am Dr. This, I believe this person went to the university, did a first degree, went back, did a master's, and then went back to do a PhD. Now, someone who may not even have a first degree can be honored with a doctorate. And I ask myself, do I still regard this person with the same value and importance as I would regard someone who I actually knew went through the process of being awarded a Doctor of Philosophy degree? Mira from Okrika. Oh dear, sorry about that. Yes, someone sent you a letter. This university wants to honor you. See, I understand that sometimes, it's possible for someone to put in the work. It's understandable when you already have a degree and they feel that the work you have put in, there's some people that their work is currently studied in some higher institutions. I'm being honest with you. Yes, the work that they do is beyond what is done in the 4 walls of the university. So there are institutions that can pick this person up and study them. Whether it's in filmmaking, whether it's in engineering, whether it's in tech, you name it. Whether it's in arts and literature, all right? So, if they decide to honor this person with a doctorate, it's understandable, all right? But then I laugh. This person has not even gone to university. That's how my people say it. Then you give this person a doctorate. And then I ask myself, so I will refer to this person as a doctor of what? Doctor in what? Doctor as per why? I need to know. Not a medical doctor, all right? And there's something we do in our locality where someone who opens a pharmacy or a drugstore, a chemist, will just say, and go that doctor place. That one a normal thing, They treat people, they treat people. Then they well, they well. He said, doctor, whether you like it or not. I'm not talking about those people. But then, there are people that have gotten to that level and everybody suddenly refers to them as doctor. You come into that locality and you would just find yourself referring to them as such. But you see, I cannot have all my degrees and titles fill up my name if I want to be addressed. Will people value me more? Will they take me seriously? Or will they see me as a joke? Only you are Lord Bishop, Your Royal Highness, Bishop, Chief, Ancestor, MBA, Pastor, Professor. Only one person. Okay. Someone says, personally, I'm not that moved by titles, whether they my own or others. I call people by their titles if they demonstrate they have sense. But if someone with a title behaves anyhow, they prove they are dishonorable and they don't have sense, even if their title is religious, traditional, academic, or onye buruburu. What does that mean? I will call them Mr. If I really want it to pain them, I'll call them by their first name. John from Other George. Hi, John. Turn off your radio set, please.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just want to know, do you call any of your House of Assembly members honorable, or even your council or your local government chairman?
If I call them honorable?
Yes.
Well, what is popular? What is popular in this part is anyone who has contested an election Whether the person wins or not, I usually see people refer to them as honorable.
And so do you also refer to them as honorable?
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, it depends.
Okay, you can. And you do.
In an official setting, if that is what is recognized and professional to do, I do. If I know these people personally on a first name basis and it is not a professional setting, I refer to them.
Well, for whoever is honored with the title of a doctorate, I don't think they just look at that person. They look at your profile and what you have been able to contribute to that institution. We have people who, out of their goodwill, are giving that. It's a title. They are giving likewise chief scientist. They don't just look at anybody in the street. Like when I did my NYSC, we are giving a chief title in Osun State. All of us.
Are you serious?
For the community. Yes, they give us. And I have the certificate and the cap and all the entitlements. You understand? So you cannot just so because the person is not a graduate, you will not be honored with that. It's an honor. It's an honor. It's not earned. It's earned rather, but it is not just acquire it. It's earned. Doctorate is acquired.
Oh, John, sorry about that. That was the network. Good afternoon, ma'am. Emmanuel from UST. To me, I love addressing people by their title or achievement because I see it as an easy way to access them and also make them remember their achievement. Basically, I see it like giving them their flowers while they are still alive. But personally, I don't like being addressed by any title. Nigerian folk, good afternoon. Sorry, we lost that call. Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you. Hello? Anybody home? Chief Churchill says all those titles, they enter some people's head well. They overdo things and walk like they own the world. Like me now. The chief they call me is just for calling's sake because I did show up for my guys. I thought you were like a chief. Like chief. Nigerian friend, good afternoon to you. Turn off your radio set, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
You see, Nigerians get fascinated with all this title. They are not. It is human being that matters and what you can do and not the title. For instance, ministers in the church. Pastors had the address as brother. Then at the never then the pastor. And now we say pastor this, bishop this, prophet this, taking that and that. Those things are Nigerian mentality. It don't matter. Don't go have money. Don't make noise. Don't go and Latin. They speak in English. You wouldn't know. So that's Nigerian mentality. Thank you.
All right then. Even with owners of companies. Now this is funny to some people. However, I don't consider it as funny. I consider it as some level of saying those things that be not as though they were. So you own a small business, and in your profile you choose to refer to yourself as Chief Executive Officer. And some people say, why would somebody that just started one small business, probably does not even have any employee, refer to his or herself as CEO? That the name CEO, that title CEO is heavy. You should have at least maybe 20 people or 30 people or 100 persons under your payroll to refer to yourself as CEO. And I'm like, oh wow, really? So somebody who is chief executive officer of his business, because it's a small business, should not be CEO? Tino from Rumukurushi. Welcome, Tino.
Hello, Double D.
Hi, Tino.
How are you?
I'm good, Tino. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. You see, Nigerians with you can imagine a roadside mechanic would want you to refer to to him as an engineer. Engineer this, engineer that.
That one self day. No be engineer. What you mean engineer? No be to fix mechanical something. I beg it's an engineer. You are the one that used to look at him with small eyes. An engineer.
Oh really?
Yes. Engineer is engineer. That is how he sees himself.
Okay. How about maybe a chemist owner who want you to refer to him as a doctor?
Because he have dreams. He have dreams that soon and very soon he will be a doctor. You are the one that is looking at him with small eye. Very soon now you will see his big hospital and you will say, I used to know this man when he used to have small chemists. Yeah, I don't like the way people behave in this country.
I can see you are not advocating for them.
No, that's on a lighter note, please.
Double D, have a nice day. Thank you.
Yeah, you are the one that is looking at them with small eye. See, their tomorrow will be greater than today. Identify with them now with those titles, because tomorrow now you'll be the one that we rush and call them. John from UFA, you're welcome.
Yeah, as I was saying, you also address to some of these teachers as pastors and prophets, right? Probably because they know how to read Bible and they have gone to open a church. They have become a pastor and prophet. Most of them didn't go to attend a pastorship school. Will you agree with me?
Yeah.
Most of them didn't. But because they are part with Bible knowledge, they have gone to open a church. So we are all addressing them as pastors. Because one small boy has gone to fight somebody that made him a counselor. We are all now addressing him a honorable counselor. Am I not correct? So it's the same thing that is applicable to those ones that acquired or earned those doctorate degree or whatever. Although, to me, I don't see anything wrong with them, with the title. Whoever the cap fits, let him wear it.
Okay. All right. I thought you was done talking the first time, though. John Mbe says, on the issue of titles, the number one abusers are the members of the Fourth Estate in Nigeria, the so-called press, the newspapers, electronic media, etc. Every year, these newspapers award over 1 billion titles to the very bad and corrupt politicians in this country. Such useless awards are Governor of the Year, Mr. Project, Best Supportive First Lady, and just a few of the useless awards to politicians who dole out millions of dollars to these newspaper houses. Some of those who receive these useless awards... I'm not talking about awards. I'm talking about titles. And it could move from traditional to religious to academic titles. The NUJ is selling awards in exchange for billions. Corrupt politicians. President Tinubu must put an embargo on this. Use these awards from the Nigerian Union of Journalists. Enough of this tomfoolery and buffoonery. How can a watchdog abandon its uses of keeping vigil and close surveillance of the corrupt politicians? Specialize in the sale and confirmers. Okay, so we're talking titles, not awards. I think you missed it. This one is from Amity Patrick. Chieftaincy titles are originally reflections of one's contributions to the society. Therefore, it should be recognized and respected in our families, communities, and towns. Like my first cousin's title is Igiligi 1 of Ekpeye Logbo. He never bargained for it, while his goodwill to the people made the supreme monarch gave him a chieftaincy title. Nigerian Food, good afternoon to you and welcome. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Good afternoon, Didi. Excuse me. For me, people who like titles so much have inferiority complex. They insist on the title to cover the low self-esteem they have. Unlike the media profession, they don't push the titles in our faces. You won't hear something like, "Thanks for listening. I am Dr. Constance Mega Dave." But if she was a doctor, I mean, what's there? Good afternoon, Didi. I think some people are confused. What's wrong with dignity of labor? Is it no longer effective? Belittling people with vision is not fair. Call me CEO, please. That reminds me, I am Comrade Michael. Please, if you're a CEO, you're a CEO. If you're a chief, I mean, it's not easy to be CEO. It's not easy to be chief executive officer. So because I don't have, it's what I want to be referred to as, please. Okay, so let me quickly state this as we try to round up the conversation. The reason why most people sort of have a problem with titles is because sometimes they're boring. Sometimes titles put focus on status, not contribution. And most titles don't actually mean anything. People are actually aspiring to have a big title. But then, this title, does it diminish your creativity? Is it an obstacle to your contribution? Does it prevent teamwork? The people that let their titles get into their head, they cannot sit in the same place with someone else, board a vehicle with someone that they feel is beneath them. Some people do not wait for people to give them titles. They create these titles for themselves. And when they do, they try to create a title that actually means something. One that is useful and helps people to know how to relate to them and what they can expect from them. A really great title, whether you're honored with it, you acquired it, should reflect your unique value creation and what you're passionate about. So whether you're a doctor, you have a PhD, in what exactly? So in the academia, you would say a doctor of philosophy in agriculture that specializes in subsistent or mechanized farming. You're not just doctor in agriculture, but you see the focus. So when they are looking for the go-to person in mechanized agriculture or farming, the value is already stated. It's not like I don't know anything about agriculture, but you see, when it comes to mechanized farming, that's my forte. That's where I give value. So it's embodying your unique ability. You know, some people feel like being referred to as founder and CEO of their company is not an exact fit for who they are. What is their unique ability? It became clear that designing a unique, high-quality client experience was what they were more passionate about than being just CEO or founder. And from there, it was a lot easier. So, rather than CEO, maybe founder and experienced architect. So group. That's what you find on their card. Or that's what you find when they need to be introduced. It sort of gives enormous direction to their leadership team about what the focus of this person is and the day-to-day activities need to be. It's okay to have fun with these titles as well. Be lighthearted. But then, it is serious business. What would you like to be referred to as? Of course, for the women, you know, the title will change from Miss to Mrs. And I've often seen women get angry that they were addressed as Miss when they were no longer Miss, but Mrs. I've also seen women who cannot be bothered because according to them, they have a lot more value to offer than being
Nigeria. Foku nangite me cervical cancer brofia andogibare human papilloma virus HPV miata ambari krokom bia be ambediri human papilloma virus vaccine HPV